Welcome to this episodic journey. Speaking life enough to raise a body from a gurney. Know my rights, words from my attorney that I kept close. You gotta use your brain at this tempo. Electro shock, y'all. Credible Hulk shit, the alpha. Nice with this more.
Okay, the cover art for the Alpha in the Room and Alpha 2 are super dope. How did you come up with the covers?
Well, Out from the Room, man, I'm a big fan of that comedian, man. What I base off of what's guy name again, man. My mind's gone right now.
Patrice
Uh,
O'Neal.
yeah, Priest O'Neal, right? You know what I'm saying? So I was a big fan of him. Radio show, and Anthony he had and stuff like that. Man, he's a real dope comedian, man. And I remember when he died and stuff like that. So it was based off actually that his sayings, what he believed in, more of masculinity or being a man and stuff like that. And so I just took that concept and just added on to like a rap, like a hip hop rap version, bro. That's all I did. And it actually is a bit, it's him on the cover anyway, for the Alpha in the Room. And Alpha, man, the Alpha 2 was it's G Fam ID. I told him I needed something, G Fam Black. Told him I need something real dope for the cover, right? He said he got me. So he came back with this with the king on the throne, you know what I'm saying? And he had a crazy beard, looked kind of like me a little bit if I was skinny or something, right? So I was like, yo, that fits the thing. Because Alpha 2, you trying to talk about how we top of the food chain, whatever like that. And that picture that symbolizes that to me. So that's why we roll with it for the Alpha 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a big Patrice O'Neal fan.
That's
Um,
funny, man.
Brilliant. You know what's funny is I got to see him perform in New York City
Hmm.
in 2005.
Okay.
I think it was 2005. And sat right up front and he clowned us the whole night. And I was there with my guys and he just talked about us the whole night. But afterwards, all my boys took pictures with him and I
No doubt.
didn't. I don't know. I was just like, whatever. Who is this guy, right? Because
Right.
he wasn't like big or anything.
Hmm.
And I got more and more into him as the years went on. Then he passed away like 5 years later. Like, man, I should have took that picture. I should have took that picture with him.
Yeah.
Uh,
That'd been
because
a classic, right?
that last special he did, that elephant in the room.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was based off of, man. He was just
Yeah.
going. He would have been up there to me like where Bernie Mac was before he left.
Oh yeah.
Um, Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle. I think those are two, to me, the two best right now going. He been up there with them.
Yeah.
It been a different ball game if he stayed alive, still around.
I think he's funnier than them.
Yeah,
I'm not a Cat Williams fan. Um, Chappelle I love, but I think
uh,
Patrice was a monster, man.
right. Yeah, and
He
he,
just
he was. It was man. Everybody get all audiences got him. It wasn't just the black crowd, the white or whatever. Everybody got his brand of comedy, which was dope. He was
yeah,
versatile like that.
yeah. Okay, you start off the project with the title track and it uses the drums from Impeach the President. Uh, why'd you choose to use a classic break on that particular song?
It just fitted it, and it just. I mean, that's classic. Impeach the president. Man, we could go back from the '80s, '70s when hip hop was invented about who went on that break, man. And that's what hip hop is, man. Samples over breaks, or finding a perfect break. 7 seconds of 7 seconds of a perfect break for you do your breakdowns and be born or be girl, your MC and whatever like that. That's hip hop. And when I heard I always start with the loop first, the sample first, the chop first. When I do a beat. So I had that looping around in the background. I messed around with the drum pads, it wasn't really hitting. So I took out my trusty Impeach the President break. It fitted, and the rest gave it a new villain. The rest is history.
Okay, so you always start with the samples.
Yeah, I always chop the sample up first, get the melody, then I add the drums.
Okay. Okay, now you got the home team, your crew on the EP, but you also have Dante on two tracks. How did you end up working with Dante?
But me and Dante go back. We worked on my first project I did with Kelly Shoot, Heavy Math, right? So we've been building since then. I came in back in the game. This time I've been in the game for a minute. I came back in the game through Canada. Aside Eastwood was the MC that I was working with and I met like Danielson and other cats there, and that's how I got up with Dante and the High Heat Records and stuff like that, the Falcon Outlaw, like that, man. But we did a lot of songs together, just like we click. Anybody I do anything with anybody, we have to click. We just click, So I said I was doing an Alpha 2 project. He said, okay. I gave him Foul Play. He did that. And the other verse he had, it was an older song I did with G Fam, and I added him on there. That's how I Feel Free came about.
Okay. You also have a song with G Fam called 92 Diamond D. Why'd you call it 92 Diamond D?
When I did it, and I got through, and I did it, man, and I was listening to I go to Pierce, I just listen to old stuff. So it was like last summer, I believe, when I did it, and I was listening to a lot of Fatty Got a One Track Mind, and the first Diamond D album that came out, listen to that, and other stuff he had with Sadat X and Lord Jamar. So I did the beat, it just fit that mold for some reason to me. Like Diamond D would have did it back in 92, 93. And to me, I think the album came out in 92, I believe. That's why I named it. I do a lot like that. Like right now I got to like the 93, 99 Buck Wild, right? Because that's when Whoa came out. That Whoa track he did, that was crazy, right? That's why I say 99 Buck. But that's what it symbolizes for the men, man. It sound like something DITC would have rocked over back in the day. And it sounded like something Diamond D would have done. Nice and dusty with the scratches and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Whoa, because I don't think he gets mentioned enough.
He doesn't.
And that song, I remember going to Black College Reunion. They changed it to something else later on. I forget what they called it in Daytona Beach. But like BET used to go there and they called it something else. But
okay. I remember that the days I was lost for words too.
Yeah, what was it called? They changed the name of
the
it.
college spring break wasn't like
It was like the Black Spring Break.
like MTV had theirs.
Yeah.
The BT had theirs. I remember that joint when I was young.
Yeah. And this was 99. Every car there was playing Whoa. Like every car that went by was playing that song. It was a movement, man. It was crazy.
That's when Bad Boy was still on top, man. That song, man, it's today. The beat is dope, man. It's just dope. I don't know what Buck Wild did, and then Black Rob came through, and he just tore it up. You know what I'm saying? The video was nice too. I remember the video. He's playing BET like a full movie with Puffy jumping down off and all the fire coming out. It was just like you said, a movement. It was an event. You know what I'm saying? It's called a lot of people attention. Plus, that Black Rob first album was pretty nice, though.
It was good.
Itself, though.
Yeah, Life Story. That was a good album. Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, Black Rob.
Oh, no doubt. Definitely.
Wow. Yeah, but yeah, Bad Boy was pretty hot back then,
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z passed on that Whoa beat. I think it was Jay-Z. Somebody passed on it.
Somebody, man, I think somebody was talking about how many people he gave and tried to give it to. And this is how it is in the industry, though. So same thing for me. I give something to somebody, they don't feel it, but maybe Killy should feel it. Or maybe G Fan should feel it, or Substance, or something like that. Or Mickey, somebody will feel it. So it's like, that's why you got to have patience in the industry. But it's like that all the time, man. You feel that was a hot beat. But maybe if JT got to it, maybe it sound different. Maybe it wouldn't have been like the Whoa we heard.
Yeah.
Maybe one of JT Wax songs, like Dope Man. I don't like that song. Every time I hear Volume 3, hear Dope Man, I turn the channel. I turn the CD.
Trying to think. Dope Man. Oh, yeah. That album had a
like
couple
right.
skippers.
So it could have been like that. So, it's hit or miss with this industry, man. I bet doing these beats and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, how do you deal with that kind of not rejection, but if somebody's not feeling it, how do you deal with that and move on and do what you gotta do?
When I first started, it was hard. I'm a shy cat, you know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot for me to share something of myself to somebody like music is, or, intimate with making music. And somebody didn't like it and whatever like that, man, I used to cry, man, real talk, big 6, 7, 400 pounds, just crying because I was so emotional about this hip hop, about rap, you know what I'm saying, about the music. But now, man, I just learned that, hey, kind of like how Buck Wild did with the Whoa beat, it just they don't see nothing to paint their picture on there, right? So it's the right canvas for them, right? Got to be the right canvas for the artist, the rapper, the MC that's doing the song. So that's why you got to shop it around and find the right person. But when it hits though, when the paint canvas and the perfect art and the perfect artist get all into one accord, man, it's a beautiful thing, brother.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's a dope way to look at it, man. Yeah. Um, I understand it though, like, because I feel that way. It's like you put so much into a song,
Yeah,
it's like your baby almost,
it is.
and then
Yeah.
somebody's like, eh, I don't
You
like
know
it.
what I did to
Right,
create this? How many records I listened to? You gotta listen to endless records to find the perfect break to sample, then chop it, man. So it's
right.
crazy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but everything ain't for everybody. So
Right. Right. You
yeah,
go to the right person with how God intended to be, you know? That's what I
yeah.
say.
Now, do you work with any MCs from Chicago?
Yeah, so I got a history, man. I've been doing this for a while, man. So I've been doing stuff since like I want to say 96, 97. I started getting like a little bit known around in the 2000s, man. I did stuff with done stuff with like Bump J, guy named Columbo, guy named TMC. They had record deals with, with Epic Street and Atlantic and stuff like that. So I was kind of getting known. So I was doing a lot of stuff with them. They my age group, right? But I stopped doing stuff, I want to say around 2010 when Chief Keef got popular in Chicago. And I listened to it like, maybe it's not my time anymore. Let me get out this game, right? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I went back to school, get the masters, and got married and all that good stuff like that. But the game, I heard 2015, I want to say I heard West Side Gun. I don't know which Hitler some chapter that was, man. But I like, man, people still doing type of stuff I love, right? So I came back into it, man. So um and it's been on ever since, man. So just for the love, I've been doing it for a while, man. So a lot of the MCs now, like I did some with Vic Spencer before.
Okay.
2019 did some with him. The guy called God MC, I'm not saying his name right. He's real known in Chicago right now. He used to be called Tragedy the Beast. This is why I used to roll with him and stuff like that. I did beats with him. Um, Water, Water, right? Me and
Yeah,
Water
yeah.
both link up. Stuff got busy, pandemic happened. I'm pretty sure we link up because the people that he used to roll with, I used to go to school with me. I used to go to Columbia, right?
Hmm.
So that's how I met him back in the day. So we may do something when the time is right, the moon align, the sun, whatever like that. But other than that, a lot of cats right now don't really relate to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 47, bro. So I'm thinking different. I'm thinking mortgages. You know what I'm saying? Student loan repayments. I'm a whole different game. Ain't out here chasing tail, man. So it's kind of, I don't go into nightlife no more like that, bro. So it's kind of different. I want to mess with people on my wavelength,
Yeah.
you know?
Me and you the same age, man.
Oh, no doubt.
So
No,
when
so,
you graduated from Columbia?
yeah, 2001.
Okay. I
Yeah.
went for 2 semesters.
Okay.
I was there in 96, 95, 96.
Oh, so I first I got there September 96. They started late.
Yeah.
September 96, man. It was crazy. I tried to do studio engineering, but it
Me
had
too.
a lot of math, a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
math
yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
So I discovered music business management, right? Everybody was taking that. I
Okay.
said, cool, I'll be the next Puffy or something like that, or Andre Harrell. So I took that. That's what I got my bachelor's in.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to bounce, man. That school is so expensive.
It was big. It was the student loan. That's why I owe so much now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wanted to, add I went to North Illinois first, man. I flunked out, doing
Mm.
being crazy. And mama got on me, man. She's like, you gotta do something, military or something. So let me go back to school, get this education, man.
Hmm.
I can't go to nobody army, man. You know? So that's it.
So where'd you get your master's in?
MSW.
MS,
So I'm a
what's
social worker, master
Oh,
social worker. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I work with the youth, help them get jobs.
Really?
That's my 9 to 5, and I do the music everywhere, everything else.
That's dope,
My
man.
time. Yeah,
That's rewarding, man.
it
That's
is, bro. It is. It is. Especially, Chicago. You still in Chicago?
yeah.
Okay. Well, you know how it is in Chicago, especially with this youth, man. They lost. You know,
Yeah.
we try to get them training, man, so they could be like get their CDL license.
Hmm.
Get a CNA, be a nurse, make some real money. So you have to be on the streets, getting killed left and right, man. So I love doing this, man. Been doing this since I left Columbia.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I ain't gonna ask you where you work, but are you downtown? Are you south
No,
side,
no, no.
west side?
I'm in the south side of the city.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, good. Wow. That's awesome, bro. Um, if you could produce an entire album for one MC, who would it be?
Ah, that'd be Nazir, man.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since Illmatic halftime, when I was in high school, man, that's been my guy. Illmatic is just you from that era too. It's just something about it, man. You had to be there when it dropped. You know what I'm saying? When
Mhm.
when when The World Is Yours came out, the video came out, man. That was amazing time, bro. I used to
Mhm.
try to rap back then. I'm terrible at that. That's why I was a producer. But yeah, definitely Nas, man. I know he had a very good run with the dude from Hit Boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think something like in the vein like that. That'd be dope. We just connect like that and just bang some stuff out. Never know what happened.
Mm. I could see that.
Yeah,
I, I could see that.
look,
Yeah. Nas is 30 years, man. 30
it been that
years
long.
and still relevant. Like still making quality music. I think it needs to be studied. Like he probably had his best run of albums, Illmatic for the first two albums excluded, like in
Right.
recent years, you
Yeah,
know?
from this last batch, right.
Yeah, like most cohesive album,
Mm-hmm.
like that one producer, man. That one producer, I think there's something to that.
I think it was, and also it shocked me, man, because I knew Hit Boy from before. I know he did niggas in Paris and some other stuff with
Yeah,
from Cali, man. I didn't think he had that in him. But
yeah.
now I saw something in the young cat, man. Got to him and I think they busted out 3 records, right? Or maybe 4?
Six.
6, okay. All right. Okay, correct. 6. So yeah, okay. So Magic, he did 2 Magic. Yeah, okay, remember that. So
Three Magics and
3
three
Magics.
King's Disease.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's why I'm missing out. So
yeah,
I mean they banged out, man. It's monumental, man. And it's not happened to happen yet. And it may happen in the future, you never know. But this man, he said 30 years he been reigning, right?
yeah,
He always been in that conversation as who's the best.
yeah,
Not just New York, but for everywhere. So hats off to the guy right there.
yeah. No doubt, no doubt. Okay, um, who would you say the Alpha 2 EP is made for?
Man, just people who love hip hop like me. I make everyday type of hip hop music, man. I want to say, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm 47. I'm not in the streets no more. Not gang banging. I help people out, try to give back to the youth and my community I came from, man. So I'm on a different wing leaf. I'm not that rah, 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 shoot 'em up, bang, bang, boogie, listen to that stuff like that, man. So it's made for mature audience, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got an audience like that. I want to say, yeah, we got an audience for people who just like our age or older. They remember that they grew up off that Mob Deep or that Jay-Z or that PE, new I think New Edition, but New Edition too for R&B and stuff like that, BBD. But they grew up on that. They want stuff to remind them of that. Because when he turned on the radio, bro, it just man, I was in the restaurant a couple of days ago. They playing I think this guy named Young Dolph, yeah, the one that got killed in Memphis.
Memphis, yeah,
And he like they Tupac and Biggie, right? For a lot of
right.
these young cats. I'm listening to it in the restaurant, like, man, this stuff's terrible. Even with when we was talking about gang banging stuff or like drug dealing it was artistic.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now just I don't know, bro. But yeah, definitely that, man. Yeah.
yeah. I know what you mean because if you listen to like Cuban Links,
Oh,
it's a crack dealing album, but it's like
yeah.
it sounds like a movie. Like
It's
it's you could see it.
man,
It's
that's why I was telling when it came out. This was attracted me to the Purple Album, man. It sounded like a movie.
yeah,
Like you watching Godfather or something
mhm,
like that. Once
yeah,
Upon America, one of them classic movies like that.
yeah. I think, and I don't want to get too far off into that because people get mad, but I think when other genres other regions start popping off with their brand of hip hop, the rules changed. You know what I mean? Like it's like, we're not trying to be lyrical like East Coast.
Mm,
And the result is what we get. Like everybody else is popping off, and
right.
it's not lyrical music. It's fun music. It's violent music. It's
Mm,
it's all this. It's everything but someone trying to be witty, be clever, do something different sonically. It's the same stuff. And
mm,
I don't want to be like the old man yelling at the cloud, but it's not for us. I'm glad the kids like it, but I hate that um the idea that being creative and intellectual
mm,
is not the thing anymore
right.
in mainstream. Like I really hate that because it's and again, we got Kendrick, we got J. Cole,
No doubt.
even Drake. Like those guys are smart guys and they do that
Yeah.
kind of music.
Mm,
They are there, but that's not really what you hear. That's not really what you're bombarded with. It's the
right.
bullshit.
Throwing savages and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know his music that well, so I won't speak on him. But a lot of people say he's dope. A lot of people say he's lyrical. So I got to give him a chance.
Yeah, I tried one time. I know him and Nas did a song, and it was you could tell the difference between him and Nas, man. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
there's a
Remember
big
that song that
difference.
came out? Because they was beefing for a second, I think, right?
Yeah,
Or misunderstanding. I
he
don't know
said
what it was.
Nas was not relevant on some interview or something. He said
Right,
Nas wasn't relevant, and
right,
Nas just kind of quieted down real fast. Like, let's do a song.
right,
That's
right.
that's the most grown man shit ever. Like, I'm not gonna
Oh,
fight with this boy.
this man
Like,
50 years old, man. He
yeah,
got no
yeah,
time to be fighting with anybody,
yeah,
man. That's the young people stuff. Nah, we don't we be like, that Shannon Sharp and on what you call it situation. There wasn't no gun fighting or fighting with a gun on Mike Epps,
Mike
right?
Epps, yeah,
They got together as men and worked it out.
yeah.
That's what
Which
grown people do. We work stuff out.
it didn't sound. That sounded like it was gonna be violent though. Like,
Yeah, man, but I had coffee. Shannon Sharp pushing 60. I know he's 30 years old, but he pushing
right,
60, right? And then Mike Epps, like he has to be in his 50s, I believe, like
gotta
51,
be,
52. I don't know the
yeah,
exact age. And then he was talking about the gunplay too, but at the same
right.
time, stop. You 52, you somebody granddaddy. Stop playing, bro. Let's somebody doing something to your family is the only reason a gun should come out.
Yeah,
Other than that, bro, just stop. Y'all work it out. We men.
yeah, hundred
Let's
percent.
talk.
Yeah, and I love seeing that picture from All Star
Yeah,
Weekend with them. It was
that was
like
dope.
nipped it in the bud, like
That was dope. But this is what
no
men
issues.
do.
Yeah,
It's black men got to do more often, man. Instead of go
yeah,
beefing with each other. We lost a lot of people like that too. Pop Biggie,
yeah.
Jam Master Jay. This found his murder, So yeah, violence, man,
We
crazy.
we lost brilliant people over stupid shit,
Right,
man. When you really think about like Biggie was 24,
crazy.
Pac was 25. They were kids, man. Like,
You didn't
and
see it like that because we living through it, man. But yeah,
right.
I look back. I look back. I was like, I watched Biggie movie. It was on BET one day. I was like,
Mm,
I remember this.
yeah,
I remember all this when this happened. Who shot you and all this? I remember
yeah,
all this. They
yeah.
were kids,
And
young adults
in a short time, both made insane impacts on the culture.
on the culture.
Like, what would they be now? 30 years later, what would they be? It's
No
sad,
telling,
man.
man. I
And
seen them up there with Jay Z and Sean, and I ain't gonna say Puffy, but Jay Z turns to being businessman.
right, yeah, definitely, definitely. And we got robbed of that over some
No
dumb
doubt.
shit. Dumb shit. It's sad, man. Okay. All right, man. Well, last question, man. What's next up for you, man? What else you got coming after Alpha 2?
Well, working on Alpha 3 now.
Okay.
Same characters, most likely. Maybe some more surprises. I don't know. We're still working on it. I just started sending some beats out for that last week. Matter of fact, let them know we're doing it again. But me and Killer Shoe, we dropping something. I don't know the name of it, but we working on it. Me and Back Pain, this is my home team crew. we got something, you know, I'm mixing and mastering now. I do more than produce, so I'm doing engineering now and the mastering, man. So the Alpha 3 was all, you know, mixed and mastered by me. That was my first project, man. So it makes it more easier that we work as a crew, and they, you know, they send me the stuff and I mix and master it. So we definitely coming out with, you know, Me Back Pain, Figueroa Nights, that's what it's called. You know, he's from Cali, LA, Los Angeles, Inglewood. And me and Killy coming out with something. New Villain, we recorded that already. He gonna drop it sometime this year. And there's here, you know, stuff here and there, not nothing confirmed, but I'm working, bro. You know, I love doing this. Ain't about the money, man. It's about me giving back to the hip hop community, man. It did a lot for me growing up. Hip hop, man, saved my life. Real talk. Real talk, man. Love her to death.
Yeah. I often think, where would I be without hip hop? What would I be?
Scary place, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think about that all the time, man. Everything.
It's done so much for me.
Culture, man. Bro, it's not just the music, man. So, you know, I did everything from b-boying, b-boying, doing the graffiti, MCing, DJing, man. So just the love of the overall culture, man. You know, it just, man, not love and respect for the founders of this community, man.
Yeah. All right. Onaje Jordan, thank you for joining the realhiphop.com.
All right, bro, you take it easy, man. One love.
One love. Peace.
Peace.
I wanna recap. Swing fast and knock you off your feet, gasping. You cool, take 2 L's and I'm a G-rap. That chokehold will put you to sleep, cracker. You got guns, I got mines under the seat, bastard. It just come down to who can load the magazine faster.